Secure attachment is the foundation of healthy, fulfilling relationships. It's about trust, balance, and emotional safety. But so many of us didn't start out with secure attachment. If you've been following this series, you know that attachment styles like anxious, dismissive-avoidant, and fearful-avoidant can create challenges in relationships.
But there's good news. Attachment styles aren't fixed. With the right support, tools, and self awareness, anyone can move towards secure attachment, which is why we're talking about it to build awareness and support change.
Today, we're wrapping up this series by revisiting Taylor, Alex, and Quinn, the characters you've come to know as they've struggled with insecure attachment styles. We'll see how each of them worked towards secure attachment and what their life and relationships look like now.
Whether you're someone who is already secure or working to get there, this video is for you.
Let's start with Taylor, whose journey to secure attachment began with self-reflection and the decision to prioritize their own growth. In therapy, Taylor explored how their constant need for reassurance wasn't actually about their partner, but about fears they carried from their past.
In a session with their therapist, Taylor recalled an argument with an ex.
I kept asking them if they loved me, and when they didn't respond the way I wanted, I panicked and accused them of not caring.
Taylor's therapist gently asks,
What would it feel like to give yourself the reassurance you're seeking from another person?
Taylor pauses and then responds,
I guess I'd feel less desperate, like I could trust myself more.
and this became Taylor's focus, learning to trust themselves and validate their own feelings. Taylor's therapist introduced them to the concept of a relationship vision, which included identifying their must haves and deal breakers. Taylor realized that they often ignored red flags in their desire to avoid being alone, so Taylor set a boundary, stating,
I will no longer chase partners who can't communicate their feelings.
when Taylor met Sam, they were initially skeptical of Sam's calm and steady demeanor. Taylor's anxious side wanted constant validation, but their work in therapy helped them recognize that Sam's emotional availability wasn't boring. It was exactly what they needed. One evening, Taylor feels a familiar surge of anxiety when Sam doesn't immediately text back. Taylor's initial instinct is to spiral,
Are they mad at me? Did I do something wrong?
but they pause, take a deep breath, and remind themselves of their progress. Instead of sending a flood of texts, Taylor journals their feelings, reflecting on their trust in Sam. And when Sam calls later, Taylor shares their anxiety openly, and Sam reassures Taylor without frustration. Taylor's secure relationship with Sam is now defined by mutual trust, open communication, and a sense of calm that they never thought was possible.
For Alex, the journey to secure attachment was about learning to trust others and allow vulnerability. In therapy, Alex explored the armor they had built to protect themselves from hurt.
In therapy, Alex describes a fight they had with Jamie.
They wanted to know why I never talk about my feelings and I just shut down. It's easier to keep it all inside.
Alex's therapist replies,
What would happen if you let Jamie in, even just a little?
and Alex hesitates but eventually admits.
I'm afraid they'd see the real me and leave.
And through sessions like this, Alex begins to recognize their fear of rejection and practice sharing small, low risk emotions. One night, Jamie senses Alex pulling away after a disagreement. Instead of retreating, Alex remembers a phrase from therapy.
Pause, reflect, and connect.
And they take a deep breath and say,
I'm upset because I felt criticized earlier, but I know you weren't trying to hurt me.
Jamie smiles, relieved.
Thank you for telling me. I want us to work through this together.
And for Alex, this moment is pivotal. It's the first time they've shared a vulnerable feeling instead of shutting down. Over time, the relationship with Jamie becomes a safe space where both partners feel seen and valued.
Quinn's journey was perhaps the most complex. Torn between craving closeness and fearing it, they often felt trapped in their own push-pull dynamic.
In one session, Quinn talks about Morgan's patience.
They keep saying they're here for me, but I don't believe it. Why would anyone stay with me when I'm such a mess?
Their therapist helps Quinn explore the fear of abandonment and how it stems from their unpredictable childhood. They practice grounding techniques to manage the overwhelming emotions that arise when they feel vulnerable. One evening, Morgan gently confronts Quinn after a week of emotional withdrawal.
I feel like you're shutting me out again. Can we talk about what's going on?
Quinn's first instinct is to deflect, but they remember a tool from therapy. Name that feeling. They say,
I've been feeling scared. I keep thinking you're going to leave me, and it feels safer to push you away before you can hurt me.
Morgan takes their hand and says,
I'm not going anywhere. Let's figure this out together.
and over time, Quinn learns to trust Morgan's consistency and let go of the belief that love always leads to pain. The relationship grows into a partnership where both feel supported and valued.
Through therapy and supportive relationships, Taylor, Alex, and Quinn have all moved towards secure attachment. It's not about perfection, it's about resilience, openness, and the ability to navigate challenges together.
If you've ever felt stuck in insecure attachment patterns, remember, change is possible. Like Taylor, Alex, and Quinn, you can rewrite your story with the right tools and support. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one step you've taken towards creating secure connections in your relationships?
Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. And if you haven't already, check out our free resource, Must Haves and Deal Breakers, to help you clarify what you need in a partner. Remember, whether you're healing, growing, or thriving, we're all in this
Together.
For Alex, the journey to secure attachment was about learning to trust others and to allow for vulnerability. And to allow vulnerability.
Whatever word that was, I want to find that. That was beautiful. Vulnerable.